Good morning, everyone. Tom here, aka Nostradamus Trades, and we are going to have a wonderful Monday, January, whatever. January 11th, 2021, and it is not going to be a good day for my P&L. I'm already kind of bracing for impact. It's going to be ugly. What is the big news of the weekend, huh? Where do we start? Do we start with NIO? Do we start with Bitcoin, maybe? Bitcoin and Ethereum? Bitcoin and Ethereum is kind of a hot topic right now. What's going on? Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be looking. The market is going to open in 4 minutes. Man, let's take a look at Tastyworks. Not going to be a good day for the P&L unless we have one hell of a bounce back. So I did put a NASDAQ long on yesterday. I'm currently down $250 on that. I'm keeping it on. I've got the faith. Whatever, it's a mini contract. A little bit surprised by being down 130, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense why we were up so much, I guess. We got 3 trillion coming this week, you know. They're giving ultimatums. Pence needs to invoke the 25th, or we're going to impeach. That's probably not helping markets. Biden's going to do 3 trillion. You know, you'd think that 3 trillion would make Bitcoin pump. Bitcoin most definitely is not pumping. Bitcoin is down like 30% from its all-time highs. It is quite a move down. There has been some violent up and down movement in it, and it's currently violent to the downside. Let's pull up Bitcoin and take a look. So I kind of did, you know, I'm not a big TNA guy. Well, you know, the other TNA, you know what I'm saying. There is decent support around this 30, 32, 30, what are we at? Like 30, right around 32,000. And you're seeing it again today. It did drop all the way down there. This was a pretty big, fat, thick red candle, except for the last few minutes, and now it's starting to wick out again. We drop down below that, it could get pretty ugly. We could go down to like 27.5, 27 handle. A bit nerve-wracking. I did buy another $5,000 of Bitcoin last night at 33.8. That is my first decent sized Bitcoin buy since my last one, December 20th, and that's when it was at 23,000. So overall, my Bitcoin position's doing pretty good. Bitcoin, my Ethereum, I've been piling on the Ethereum lately, so I'm down a little bit in that because I'd say my average cost on that's probably about 1,100. Firstly, probably going to shake out. This could last a little while. It's probably good for the price of Bitcoin. I am a bit surprised by it, to be honest. I would not also be surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised if it were to go all the way down to 20,000 or rebound pretty quickly. And we blast through all-time highs by the end of the week. What's the most healthy thing? Probably some consolidation. Let it do this for a bit. Let's hop back over into Tastyworks. I'm definitely going to want to do some stuff on the open. Thankfully, I did sell some calls against my MAR position last week. I thought I did it on Riot too. Unfortunately, I did not. So I'm going to want to take a look at that. The IV is, because it's going down, the IV is probably going to go up. So I may look to sell some more stuff there. I also I did sell a covered call, $1,500 strike price on the Tesla. I normally don't do this because for fear of having my Tesla shares called away, I normally don't get married to stocks, period. But I am married to Tesla stock. I really don't want to lose that. But if Tesla were to go to, you know, the strike price 1,500, that'd be a massive gain in a short period. Tesla getting hammered on the opening. That means my NASDAQ, woo, this is ugly, ugly. Take a look at this. Maybe I want to roll down my call. So what can we do here? I'm going to let that simmer. The Mara call should be almost like, yeah, those are doing really good. I mean, that's almost full profit right there. So we're going to close those out. close. We want to close. What can we get? 57 cents. I mean, that probably. All right, let's let that. Actually, we could probably roll that down. I'm going to let that chill for a minute. Riot. Anything we can do there? The weeklies are already going to be only 4 days out. I don't know that there's a lot we can do there. It's already been such a big move. All right, I'm going to let those chill too. I'm going to let this NASDAQ run a little. My personal feeling, what do you think of Loom? I've never heard of it. Good morning, Bulldog. How you doing? What is Loom? Loom. Is that a... Hey, Saint Gang. Pretty, no, it's not pretty good today. Well, ooh, 15,000. I'm down 15,000. That's not pretty good. What is Loom, Bulldog? Is that a crypto? I've never heard of it. Loom. Don't, oh yeah, I'm not. What news did you know? I'm not scared. Like, at the end of the day, I'm beginning to like playing Mara and Riot more and more. Unfortunately, so last week I didn't buy more Mara, but I sold covered calls against it, and that's working out really well. So I like the yeah, it's a crypto. So I like the ability to be able to hedge against, you know, your position. So I'm really liking that a lot. An update, Tastyworks is going to come out with the coin exchange either late this week or sometime next week. The bad news is it's only going to be 23.5 some in the beginning. At the end of the day, I don't care because I'll buy Bitcoin over here and it's going to be a whole thing anyway. They are coming out with the future sometime this quarter, which is going to be really nice. And I think they're going to have options on that future. I'm not very big. I'll get to your Loom question in a second, Bulldog. My apologies. So I'm not very big on all these YouTubers talking about leverage trading Bitcoin because 99.99999% of people that do this are going to get their face melted off. You have to be really good to know what you're doing to go long leverage Bitcoin. In my opinion, the only good use of leverage trading in Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything like that would be hedging against a long position. So if you see a big dip coming, you want to lower your long deltas in Bitcoin, you could slap on like a trade to the downside and continue to hold your Bitcoin. Anyway, that's how I'd look at it. I'm not familiar with Loom. My general thought on altcoins, I'm by no means an expert when it comes to crypto, especially the altcoins. The only altcoins that I really like right now are Ripple. I think I'm not necessarily in Ripple right now or the XRP, but I do think like the UK just announced that it wasn't a security. I think the SEC's eventually it's just a shakeout. They just want to get paid. I think they're either going to settle or lose and declare it not a currency. I do like the value in XRP, and I think XRP has a long-term value, and I think it could be really good. If I could see XRP going to like $10 if they get through all that stuff. The other altcoins I like, I'm huge on Ethereum, I'm huge on ADA, and I like Polkadot a lot. So I don't know, unfortunately, I don't know much about Loom. You might want to hit up someone that knows, you know, those altcoin stuff a lot better. And then so since Friday afternoon into after hours, and so I know after hours, Mara and Riot were ripping, but so was Bitcoin, kind of. And then the morning starting at half hour after pre-market open, seems like the big boys, Wells bots, are going to push them up together. Gonna push what up together? I was looking at, again, I'm not a big TNA guy. Not technical analysis, but that other TNA, I'm winking. I don't know if you can see it. I'm definitely into the other TNA. Take a look. Bitcoin, yeah, there's decent support around this 32,000. We're getting another wick. I did buy 5,000 more Bitcoin last night at like 33.8, so I didn't time it. you can't time this, right? And then I knew, so right around 34,000 to 20% dip from all-time highs. 30,000 would be 30% dip. It's a decent time to start nibbling if you got cash on the side and you got long-term conviction like I do. So I did buy some more. I'm not looking at, like, I'm done. I'm done right now. If Bitcoin were to fall like 20,000, highly unlikely, but it's possible, I'd probably sell everything I had and buy more Bitcoin. Probably be 100% in. Black Tech Hack. What is happening, my friend? Do you believe Bitcoin will go to 15? Nah. I think Bitcoin's going to 50,000 to 100,000. 50,000 is almost. Look, guys, here we go. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am not going to try and hype. Like, I don't want to hype. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. I'm just telling you what I think, what I'm doing, and I'm showing you that, you know, I'm in Bitcoin. I have almost 2 whole Bitcoins now. I'm looking to buy some more. I have a tremendous amount of money in, no hype, dude, proof right there. I have 1,200 shares of Mara and 1,000 shares of Riot. I have naked puts in both. I have 2 naked puts in Mara, 2 naked puts in Riot. Making a little bit of a comeback, pretty good. So I think Bitcoin minimum 50,000, extremely conservative. 50,000 almost a guaranteed. I think there's going to be some violent up and downs that are going to make me want to vomit through all this. But I think Bitcoin, I am in the camp. I've been learning, hardcore learning about blockchain. There's no doubt in my mind that it is going to transform the world. It's one of the best inventions. Well, one of the biggest inventions. It could turn society. I think it's going to be society transforming, changing. It is the, like, the new version of the internet, kind of. Things are going to change, but who knows what kind of changes could come from it. I'm in the camp that Bitcoin is going to $1 million by 2030, if not sooner. Do I think Bitcoin's going to $15,000? I think that's almost impossible, especially with the institutional buying. I mean, not BlackRock, Michael Saylor, MicroStrategies, right? Dude, they have like over $1 billion of Bitcoin on the books, and right around the 21,000 handle. So it going below that, extremely unlikely, just because him alone will probably, you know, go out of his way to go more into debt to buy more, which might be a little YOLO crazy. There has been a lot of talk out there about Tesla buying Bitcoin, and I kind of thought, there was a minute where I thought like that was highly possible, highly likely. But I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers. The dude knows his stuff. What's the Popular Investor? I think he's from Ireland. Really good. He brought up a very good point. Michael Saylor owns 75% of voting rights for MicroStrategy. So it was very, very easy for him to do what he did, where Elon doesn't have that kind of voting power. So he's going to have to, you know, convince the board to do that. I would love to see Tesla buy a couple billion in Bitcoin. I don't know about putting their whole treasury in it. I would love to see some other companies do it. I forget who it was. Meet Kevin. No, it wasn't Meet Kevin. I don't remember who it was. They were some other crypto guy I watch sometimes. He is speculating that Tesla will start taking Bitcoin as payment soon. I do think that is a good possibility. The Wells are pushing Riot and Mara. I know of at least 5 big hedge funds have Riot. Nice. It's already, like, Riot and Mara is already bouncing back, so Bitcoin must haven't beat. Maybe I should have sold my covered calls. I'm gonna let those run. Yeah, there's 4 days expiration, so the theta is gonna decay on those like crazy. If I get those 500 shares all the way at $35, I mean, talk about some high-class problems, right? MS MicroStrategies has more than 70,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, and they're I would say like they bought a massive amount at 21,000. Walmart hoodies, what is happening? Hit those likes, everyone. Man, this is great. I'm up to 9 people. Yeah, I'm a small YouTuber, but all right. Anyone new? Saint Gang Gang is an amazing resource. When that guy talks, definitely listen to him. Is it wise to invest in NIO? That is an excellent question. I discussed NIO yesterday. Let's discuss NIO now. I am actually very bearish on the news on their NIO day. I'm actually pretty surprised that the stock is up as much as it is. I'm glad you put that back on my radar. I like NIO long term. I had a $60 price target going into NIO day. I called that at like when it was at $49. Came pretty close to that. Look, guys, disclaimer. YouTubers give them price targets. It's all BS. I just got lucky, right? I figured it would pump into NIO day. $60 seemed like a good psychological level. And it happened. I'm honestly surprised NIO is up. I do not think the news, it was a bunch of hype, dude. Okay, first of all, a partnership with NVIDIA, big deal. I mean, in my opinion, that's not good news. Go try and buy an NVIDIA graphics card right now. You can't do it because of Bitcoin. How have they figured the logistics out of that? Are they going to be able to supply NIO everything they need, or is it going to be more profitable for NVIDIA to, you know what I'm saying? And then just think about Tesla. Tesla was partnering with NVIDIA, and it was too much on their margin. And Tesla, you know, they have some of the best engineers in the world. We'll say the second best because, unfortunately, SpaceX has the best. So they're like, dude, we're just going to make our own graphics card. Or not graphics, their own chip. They made their own chip. It was better than NVIDIA's, and they can do it cheaper. Plus, when it comes to NIO full self-driving, what the hell's going on here? I mean, for the last 6 months, I've been wondering if it's Mobileye or they're, you know, bringing back up their own division. Now, apparently they're bringing back up their own division, but are they still with Mobileye? How good is their full self-driving, really? I have no idea. None whatsoever. Like, I did a little Googling on that yesterday. I didn't come up with much. Full self-driving is going to be big when it comes to how profitable and how well you do going forward. You got the batteries, the swap service. I'm both pro and negative on that. We have to see if it works as a model. I have no idea. Again, I'm long-term bullish NIO. I'm very surprised that the price is up right now. And I'm actually going to probably sell, well, all right, so 110% IV. Dude, I mean, it's criminal not to do this. So we're going to go 40 days out, and I'm going to sell one covered call. I have 200 shares in this account. I'm just going to sell one covered call right now. If I get 100 shares called away at $80, so be it. I do think, again, I'm very surprised by this price action. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback in the short term. Now, right, they didn't mention anything about deliveries. JF, how you doing, brother? They didn't mention anything about deliveries, or not necessarily deliveries, what they're going to do to ramp up deliveries. That concerns me. NIO definitely concerns me when it comes to share dilution. They love to dilute the shares. If NIO were to run up to like $80 in the short term, $70-80, or probably expect a shelf offering. What were the highlights in NIO day? I was drinking. Yeah, man, it was a crazy week. Did you watch that Steelers game? Wow. Oh my goodness, excuse me. So next Sunday, I usually do the futures opening at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Tell you right now, that's not happening because I'm a Chiefs fan and the Chiefs game will be on. I might do it after the Chiefs game. Anyway, why is everything down? You know, that's a great question. I'm not really sure why the stock market's down with all this, possibly the Chinese sell trim their investments this time of year. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Is January historically bearish, maybe? I did see some stuff. It was a couple weeks ago. A guy I follow on Twitter, I really like, you know, he's a really smart dude. It was, he just changed his Twitter handle. Let me pull him up for you. If you guys want to follow him, this guy really Really good stuff. Let's see if I could find him real quick. Delta Strike, and then he just changed his Twitter handle. I think, oh, here we go. Three Peaks Trading. This guy is a young kid. I've known him for a while. He's out of like Washington. He really knows his stuff when it comes to like technical analysis, etc. You might want to follow him. I think he mentioned something about like how the market was looking towards the end of the year and how it was very likely that there could be a sell-off at the beginning of the year. I honestly don't know. With the $3 trillion stimulus package, if that gets announced this week, I do think that's going to turn around. Bitcoin must be pumping back up. I did kind of want to go long go back long the future on that. Yeah, it's pumping back up again. It's back up to 33. I'm not overly nervous unless we dip down below probably 30,000. 27,000 would be definitely start being a bit more panicky. Again, though, if we were to get back to 21,000, I'd probably sell a kidney. I'd probably go all in. So the highlights in NIO Day, man, they were pretty. I just kind of, watched a few YouTube videos secondhand. Partnership with NVIDIA, again, big deal. I don't know that that's necessarily great news. It's great for NVIDIA. Let's see what NVIDIA is doing. I do have I had a put credit spread on there just because of, I think, and yeah, so they're up 20 bucks on that news too. We'll have to see, coming close to a full 50% winner on that. I did the same thing in AMD. Let's take a look at AMD. I'm in these because of earnings are coming up. So earnings is coming up on NVIDIA February 11th. And earnings is coming up on AMD pretty soon too. They're up about a buck today. Let's see if we can do something over here. Because I'm very bullish on these just because of try and buy a video card. I don't like AMD doesn't look like this Bitcoin stuff is priced in hardly at all very much. I mean, this thing has been kind of where it's been at for a while now since end of November. It's been around this $90 for a while. So I don't know that the sell of their graphics cards is baked in too much with Bitcoin. It might be. I do think it's a good, let's just put something small on. Keep that theta going. So let's see what we got. We got a 90. Only do a 2.5 wide. That kind of sucks. Do a $5 wide, 202. I like it. Let's do it. Let's try and get about $2 for that. Greater than 50, 70% chance I'm going to be 50% profitable on this bad boy. I'm going to take that all day long. I should probably put that on in my small account too. If I can get it to fill. Come on. All right, I'm going to let that chill for a minute. All right, Samara's making a nice little comeback. That's good for the good kids. There we go. AMD got filled. I do have 5 covered calls on. Maybe I can put some more covered calls on and get some little juice going. Though, I mean, man, if Bitcoin rips this week, which I think it has a pretty good chance of turning around, so I'm not overly worried about that. Let's see what we got in Riot. If I can put anything on over here. We're still on Mara. Don't know that I'm going to do anything here, but I'm going to take a look. Just looking at the weeklies. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin. I would, if I could buy it in Tastyworks, which is coming this week or next week, I might buy some. I might be compelled to buy Bitcoin right now, but you never know, dude. That Bitcoin, man, it could take a nice little big chili dipper there. Look at Riot Mara, something weird. Man, the bots got our back. They gonna push these to 100 plus. Man, I hope you are right. They are almost the same price. Crazy. Yeah, no, dude. I would be pretty happy if they hit $100. All right, everyone. Is it wise to? Nah, I already answered that. All right, everyone. You know how it is. I'm gonna be hitting these market opens every day. We got earnings season coming up. I'll be doing some earnings season probably come on about 12:45 in the afternoon. You know, maybe do the Apples, do the Teslas. I'm gonna, right now, my gut inclination on any of those trades are probably going to be some iron condors or some bullish put credit spreads. We'll just have some fun with earnings or gambling, degenerate gambling plays. I love doing them. Iron condors doing the at the expected move work out really good if you got a lot of money. Strangles are really good if you don't mind the risk. They definitely got a higher potential of being correct. I'm pretty, let's see, this Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin going to do this week? What do you know about plug? Plug? I know I don't like being plugged up. Da-da-da. So what are the, plug is an energy play, I'm assuming. I know I've heard of them. What's their deal? Plug Power, I don't know anything about them, to be honest. 4-star liquidity. What's their deal? What do they do? Is it something I should be in? Plug Power is an American company engaged in the. I'm not very bullish on hydrogen. The company is in New York and has. What do they do? Hydrogen company skyrockets. My gut instinct is to short them. Apple keeps going down. Well, that's not. Are you crying? Yeah. Green energy using hydrogen. So I'm obviously very pro green energy. I'm not very pro. I mean, hydrogen is just. I'm not an expert at hydrogen. It just seems like it's too expensive for the infrastructure. So I'm by no means an expert. It's hard to borrow. They're down $2. Let's take a look. So 40 days out, the expected move is $15. I'd be inclined to play him. Let's take a look at the chart. Oh my good, look at that gap. Why are they gapping up? What the hell happened on over there? I know Elon didn't like hydrogen, but they might be safe. Yeah, I don't hate hydrogen. I think hydrogen's good, but I like EV better, you know. And then building out the infrastructure for hydrogen is pretty expensive. I don't know. I've heard pros and cons. Again, I'm not a hydrogen engineer, so I'm not 100% sure. This gap up is pretty crazy, so I would be inclined to put on a bearish credit spread. Let's see what kind of action we can get. $1? Well, that sucks. We're gonna have to move it down. Take a look. Take a look-see. $1.58. Now we're talking close to 1/3 of the width of strike, but nah. Yeah. Let me know what you find out. Speaking of Elon, man, everyone's assuming. I was watching some YouTube channel and he posted a quote from Elon saying that he had 420,000 Bitcoin and like 69 Dogecoin. And he thought that tweet was legit. I'm like, dude, come on. Obviously that's a joke. 420 like and 69. I don't even know if it was Elon's account. Anyway, I love you guys. I got to wrap this up. I got to get to my real job. I will be back tomorrow. Oh no, here we go. Big news the other day, they made a deal. They made a huge deal, 200 billion South Korean company to be. So that is pretty big news. I'm glad I didn't short them. I'm not, let's see if we could do something to the other side now. So let's do like a $3 wide, $1.15. 66% chance, a little bit greater than 1/3 the width of strike. Let's put it on. Putting this on, greater than 50% chance, being 50% profitable, and it's on my radar now. IV's 126%, boom, filled. Got $1.20, dang, price improvement, nice. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow, 6:25 a.m. Be there, be square, love you guys all, and peace.